What's going on, guys? Mikey Messina here with Mikey Daily Carry, and welcome back to the channel. If you're left-handed and into knives, you already know the struggle. For the longest time, finding a true lefty knife wasn't easy. Sure, some companies gave us reversible clips and maybe one token lefty model, but a real lineup built with us left-handed folks in mind? Rare. We're checking out some knives sent to me by Liong Mah Designs and EUTEKTIK. And if you're a fellow lefty like me, you're going to want to see this. So real quick story time. Early in my knife collecting journey, I was constantly searching for companies that actually carried left-handed knives. And I'm not talking about technically you can use it on your left hand. You just have to finagle and maneuver a certain way. And no, not that. I was looking for true left-handed knives. There weren't many options, to be honest. Some brands drop one or two models here and there, but not an actual catalog that you could explore. But one name that kept popping up in mind was Liong Mah Designs. I was always intrigued by the designs, the clean lines, and the fact that he offered legitimate left-handed specific knives. Fast forward to SHOT Show this year, and I got to meet Liong Mah in person. Such a cool dude. Super passionate about knives, design, and creating something that serves people. I got to handle a few knives there, but not all the lefty models were available. So I asked if he was willing to send some over so I could share them with my fellow left-handed people out here following Mikey Daily Carry, and he said yes. So here we are. Now, if you don't know, Liong is the owner of Liong Mah Designs, LMD, and EUTEKTIK. Think of EUTEKTIK as a more budget-friendly gateway into his design language. It's like a Civivi to a WE Knives. Still get the style, functionality, and the thoughtful details that make his design stand out, but at a more approachable price point. So whether you're a hardcore collector or just getting into knives, there's something here for you. So let's jump into these knives, talk about them, and I'll give you guys my thoughts. Starting off with the EUTEKTIK brands. So this one here is the Binary. It's a green and black wash knife. This is left hand specific. This is how it comes in this box here. So let's open this up. Now, fair disclaimer, I am going to send back the Liong Mah Design knives, but the EUTEKTIKs, these are for me. These are for the channel. So comes with a handy dandy sticker there. Also his business card. And then you get the knife. Comes in this nice carrying case, which is kind of typical for a lot of different knives. You see a lot of Civivis that are sent in this. Open this up. Wow. Okay. So this is the Binary. So take a look at that Binary. That is a sweet knife. 14C 28N is the steel. You got a reversible pocket clip, even though this is left hand specific. Now let me explain. It's going to be the same for a lot of these knives. But first, you got the deployment right here. You got a back flipper. Look at that. That finger twirl is nice. You can really choke up on this knife right here. It's a pretty decent sized knife. The jimping on here allows you to really ride up on the spine of that blade, and that feels super good in hand. And this is what I mean. So you see the lock in there. It's like a liner lock, and the liner lock is meant for us left-handers to push down on naturally to allow that blade to come down like so. If you're right-handed and you do that, you're going to cant the blade towards you, move that liner lock with your thumb, and then get to its normal mode. That's what we left-handers have to deal with when we're dealing with right-hand specific knives. This one is meant specifically for us lefties because I could naturally just hold it down like so, allow that blade to come down, and then boom. That's the difference between left-handed and right-handed knives. So even with his EUTEKTIK brand, he has left-hand specific knives that are at a more favorable price point. I'll make sure I link all these knives, prices in the description down below, so that way you can get your hands on this. But you got your front flipper, you got your back flipper here. You can flip it from the top like so. You got your black stonewash blade right there. Really like that on the Binary. I also really like that green on there too, a little OD green action. So that's pretty cool. Can't wait to throw these into the rotation. So the Binary, folks, You got that right there in black and green. The next EUTEKTIK knife is going to be the EFD. So again, the blade steel is 14C28N. It has a black washed finish blade, and it has a purple G10 handle, and it says right there, left hand specific. Ooh, oh nice. I just noticed there's a little patch, little Liong Mah design patch. So this one is the EFD. Take a look at that. That thing is a beauty. I like how big the finger hole is on that. And then you got your top flipper here as well. Left hand specific because the lock is still in the same area, that liner lock. Oh, that deployment, guys. That deployment is freaking awesome. I love that. Comes down. You got your top flipper. That is super sweet. And so with that finger hole being that big, I mean, you can choose to flick it up. I think when the finger holes are big like that, these are good practice Spidey flick knives because you can go up or down, or you can even do two fingers if you want to do a Spidey flick. You can actually do a Spidey flick like Spider-Man. That is sweet. That black stonewash blade, really like that. Look how thick that blade is too. Thin blade stock, but it's a thicker blade. And then again, you can choke up on that. The jimping is really nice on there. Everything is very intentional with the ergonomics on his designs, which I noticed when I was at SHOT Show. Just handling one, it's like talking about it isn't enough. You have to handle one of his knives to truly understand the craftsmanship that comes with making these tools. That is the EFD black stonewash blade, purple G10 handle, left-handed. Now, the last EUTEKTIK knife is going to be one called the Trinity. This one right here is also left-handed. The handle is black G10, and it has a blade finish that is stonewash, black stonewash. Ooh, this is the Trinity right here. So it's much thinner than the EFD, pretty much the EFD in a thinner style. This also has the back flipper. This one doesn't. This one has a top flipper, and you got your same big Spidey hole right there. Again, left hand specific. Oh, that action, guys. That gets you. That gets you really excited there. That action is phenomenal. Boom. Spidey flick, no problem. You got your back flipper. Boom. Okay. Top flip. Oh my gosh. That's that knife right there. Take a look at that. This is the Trinity. Boom. So even as it being like a budget offshoot of Liong Mah designs, they feel premium. And I absolutely love that. Those are the three knives there. You got your Trinity, I got the EFD, and then I got the binary. Which one of these three are your favorites? Let me know in the comments down below. Now, let's move on to the more premium designs. Starting off with this one here. This is going to be the KUF, or the Cuff 3.5. This has a titanium bead blasted handle. This is a left-handed version. All right, so inside you get a nice sticker, Liong Mah design sticker. And then all these knives look like it comes in a bag or carrying case like so. Has the Liong Mah design stitched up front. And inside you have your knife. Wow, come on. Take a look at that. So you got a MagnaCut blade. Looks like it's a frame lock knife. And then you got your finger hole right there. So let's deploy this thing. Oh my gosh. You gotta try it in order for you to understand. Okay? Gosh. Oh my gosh. Guys, come on. Seriously? Liong Mah killed it with this. This is the KUF 3.5. I'm assuming 3.5 because it's the length of the blade. And with that finger hole right there, I mean, you can go down low, you can go up high. Usually this is a good point for me. And what you do is you get it in your palm like so, and then boom. That action, guys, please Listen to that action, okay? Seriously? That's that right there, guys. The KUF 3.5. Very sweet. Feels good in hand. Titanium is just one like no other. Moving on to the next left-handed LMD knife. This one is the Warrior 3, one of the popular ones. It's a marble carbon fiber inlay. The handle is a titanium wire wheel, and it's an M390 frosted satin left-handed knife. Comes in that same bag. Got a nice Liong Mah design patch right there. Comes with your cleaning cloth. Look at that. Beauty. Carbon fiber inlay. I mean, come on. Premium, guys. Premium. So you got a back flipper right here. Looks like you got an area where you can maybe get your nail under there for like a nail nick. Mine isn't so thin where I can get back there, but come on. You got like a little tanto action going right there, which is really sweet on that blade. M390, bolster lock, carbon fiber inlay. This is much more discreet and thinner than the last knife that we just saw, which is the KUF. So this is more so like a gentleman's knife. One that you would wear in your suit. The action is phenomenal. It feels great in hand. Premium. It's light. The action. Whew. Guys, we can do that all day. All day, guys. I'm telling you. And that right there is the Warrior 3. So far, not going to lie, that KUF is my favorite so far. Between the two, at least. We got two more to look at. This one is going to be the T1 left-handed knife. Also a marble carbon fiber inlay with titanium stonewash handle, M390 frosted satin. This looks like it was a 2022 knife. So let's open this up. Comes with all the goodies that the other knives came with. Let's take a look at that. Wow. Wow. This is even much more a gentleman's knife than the last one that we just checked out, the Warrior 3. Oh, jeez. Same feel and touch as the other knife that we just saw, but this is much more slimmer in profile, and that blade right there, as you can see, is flush into the scales. Doesn't pop out. All you have popping out is this flipper tab to make it easier for you to fling it open. A little bit of ASMR for you guys. You know what I'm saying? That is clean. This is the T1 left-handed, guys. Marble carbon fiber. The pocket clip just stays to the left. Look at the titanium. So clean. Everything is flush. Craftsmanship truly is top-notch. And that brings us to our last left-handed LMD knife. And that's going to be the Field Duty, a staple for LMD. And this is S90V hand rub satin blade with an FC gold camo handle. Left hand specific. Let's open this up. See what's inside. Comes with all the things that come with the other knives. Oh, and a cool patch there. And here's the Field Duty. So I'm in like a lefty Facebook group for BST. This is a common knife that goes around, and I'm always so tempted to purchase. This is a beefy knife, I'm telling you. But the craftsmanship, that gold carbon fiber inlay, that thing is a beauty. Like, look at it in the light. This video is not going to do it justice, I'm telling you. You got your backspacer, titanium backspacer right there. It looks like that pocket clip can be oriented on the left or right side. And then you have your top flipper right here, along with your finger holes. Oh my gosh. Come on. Look at that. That is a beauty of a knife, guys. A beauty of a knife. For real? For real? In hand, I mean, it just feels good in hand. Okay, and that action, we can do this all day. We can do this all day. I'm telling you. You got your top flipper. Yep. I mean, come on, guys. Constant. Just playing with this over and over. So far, of the LMD design left hands, the Field Duty 3.5 and the KUF are my favorites, I got to say. The other two, more gentleman-like, it's the T1, and then we also have the Warrior 3. I like them, but I want something a little bit more bigger. And this one fits the bill, along with that KUF. Let me take this out of the box again, so that way we can take a look at it. So here's that KUF next to that Field Duty. Take a look at that right there. Bam. Okay. Definitely daily carries that I would want to have in my pocket every single day. But we just checked out 4 Liong Mah designs. I'm curious, lefties out there, which stand out to you? Which do you see yourself rocking every single day in your pocket? Along with the EUTEKTIK knives, which do you see yourself carrying? I really would like to know. Now, I know for some people this might sound small. Just use any knife. But if you're left-handed, you know how often products are built for everyone else first. So when a company actually takes the time to make something for us and not just make it as an afterthought, it stands out. That's why I wanted to make this video. Not just to show cool knives, but to show my fellow lefties that there are options out there. I do want to send a big and special thank you to Liong Mah for sending these over to have me check them out, along with the EUTEKTIK knives. These weren't paid for, but I am sharing my honest thoughts and my excitement as a left-handed user who knows the struggle. And let me know in the comments. First, are you left-handed? And what's your favorite left-handed friendly knife? If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace out. Waka